Hi everybody, welcome back to Marie's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're making cowboy cookies and I had several requests for these and I'm so glad that y'all sent them because I haven't made these in years. And they're such a good cookie. They've got coconut, pecans, oats, chocolate chips, and a little hint of cinnamon. So they're delicious, they're hearty, they're big. I can't wait to share them with you. Let's get started. All right, first up, we'll start with our dry ingredients. I have 2 cups flour here that measures out to 280 grams. And as I've mentioned in past videos, I have been using my scale more lately, and I have to say it's just so easy to measure the flour, sugar, oats, coconut, chocolate chunks, pecans. You don't have to get out all your measuring cups. You just measure it out using the scale. So it's great. Anyway, this is 280 grams. To that, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Next up is 1 teaspoon baking powder. Then we'll add 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and I love that little bit of cinnamon in there. And now we'll add 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Now we'll give that a stir. Now cowboy cookies have been around for a while, but they really became popular in around 2000 when Laura Bush became famous for this recipe. I think it was included in a bake-off and it won, and everybody just loved it. It was unique and had great flavor. And you can find her recipe online. I know I printed it out actually from Southern Living. And as usual, I made a ton of modifications after trying it once, and then I made more modifications over here to really get them in a way that works for me. And her cookies are wonderful. You make a 1/4 cup cookie, so they're huge, which didn't really work for my purposes. These cookies that we're making, and most of the cookies that I make, are made for the homeless. It's a food truck in Austin called Mobile Loaves and Fishes. They feed the homeless every week, and so I make the cookies for that truck. But I do want to definitely honor and thank Laura Bush for publishing that original recipe that, you know, was kind of the inspiration for what we're doing today. Now, I always like to use, as my secret ingredient, a tablespoon of cornstarch in a lot of my cookies because it keeps them soft so they don't spread too much. It keeps them in a nice round shape. So I think that's helpful. If you don't have it, leave it out. It's not a big deal. It'll still turn out great. And those are our dry ingredients. Now we'll set these aside and let's mix up next. How about our mix-ins? Let's do that real quick. Okay, now here are some of our mix-ins. We have 2 cups or 180 grams of old-fashioned rolled oats. You don't want to use an instant or quick cooking oat. You want that real nice hearty oat texture in there. Then we have 3/4 cup pecans. And on the pecans, I do recommend chopping them fairly finely. The thing is that these cookies, they get really bulky with the big chunks of the chocolate chips and the pecans and everything, so they just get a little smoother and a little more uniform if your pecans are in a little bit smaller pieces. So we can add that in with our nuts. Next up is 1 cup of sweetened shredded coconut. Okay, this looks great. We can set this aside. Okay, now we're gonna mix up our butter and sugar. So I've got 2 sticks or 226 grams of unsalted butter. You can always use salted and then just leave out the salt. And I am going to use my KitchenAid stand mixer because it's just easier, but feel free to use electric beaters in a bowl. And I have to say, I really do appreciate everyone's support with these cookies. Y'all have been watching and leaving comments and sending super thanks, and I really do appreciate it because I've mentioned that, you know, the baking ingredients are expensive, so I appreciate the contribution and support of what we're doing for Mobile Loaves and Fishes here in Austin, Texas, and our homeless community. So now we've got our butter in here. We'll give this a quick mix, and the butter is soft. I took it out this morning because I knew I was going to be making cookies, so I let it get nice and soft. Now we'll scrape down the sides. Now we're gonna add 1 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. This is packed. It doesn't look packed because I did measure it using the scale. And on the scale, it is 260 grams. And to that, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of white sugar. Now we'll add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Now we'll beat this for about 2 to 3 minutes. You wanna get it nice and whipped, and that'll get us some nice air in the cookies, which are gonna help them rise up. All right, so let's scrape down the sides, make sure everything gets mixed in. You know, Gracie, our parrot, oh my gosh, she loves the theme song for the Andy Griffith Show. It is so cute. When we start playing it, she'll start singing along, she starts dancing, and I think that my uncle must have used to watch it. It was my uncle's parrot, and I think he must have watched it every day or something, because she just, you can tell she just knows that song, and it's really sweet to see her dance to it. All right, there we go. Now we'll add 2 eggs. Oops. Okay, now we'll mix these in, and while those are mixing in, I am going to be chopping up my chocolate a little bit. Gracie's happy. Bye-bye, Rick. So funny. The chocolate, I'm actually using chocolate chunks. They had these at Trader Joe's, so I thought I'd mix it up, and they're just like little cubes of chocolate. You can use chocolate chips. Either one works. For either one, the chocolate chunks or chocolate chips, I took about half of them, and we're using 2 cups of chocolate chips or chocolate chunks. And what I'm doing is just chopping them up a little bit. You don't have to, but again, as I mentioned, these cookies are kind of bulky with the oats and the pecan chunks and the coconut and the chocolate chunks. So it makes it a little more uniform, a little more easier to eat if everything's a little bit smaller. All right, let's mix in our eggs. Looks nice and smooth. Again, we'll scrape down the sides. So we've got our eggs and butter mixed in. Now we can add our flour, and we're gonna give this a quick mix. You never want to overmix cookies, because once that flour hits the liquid and the butter and the eggs, it starts to develop a network of gluten, and over mixing can make a really strong gluten network, which can cause tough cookies. So that's why recipes always say mix just to combine, just till the flour's mixed in and there's no real obvious dry spots. Here are our add-ins. We've got the oats, pecans, coconut. That all goes in. Now we'll add in our chocolate chips. Then we'll add the rest of our big pieces of chocolate chunks. So in total, that was 2 cups. Now we'll mix this just to combine, and you can really start to smell that chocolate, coconut, vanilla, cinnamon. Oh, so good. So good. And that's it. So just get that a good mix, and you'll see this dough is quite soft. So what we're gonna do is chill the cookie dough. Chilling the cookie dough is really important, especially when you're using this many oats, because you want those oats to hydrate, and otherwise they'll be kind of dry. All right, we'll throw some plastic wrap on this so that it doesn't dry out. Now this goes in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour, and while that's in there, I'll be cleaning up. So I'll see you back in a bit. So it's been about 30 minutes. I want to go ahead and bake these so we can move along. Ideally, an hour is even better, or you can do it overnight. If you do refrigerate overnight, be sure to take it out of the refrigerator about 15 minutes before you want to start baking, because it does get pretty hard and it'll be harder to scoop. So now for these cookies, I have learned, as we saw over here, these cookies work a lot better when they're on the bigger side. So this is about a tablespoon scoop, and this was closer to 2 tablespoons. So I do like them closer to 2 tablespoons. So what I've got here is a 1.5 tablespoon scoop, and I do want to recommend this particular cookie scoop. It's Knorr Pro, and it is the only cookie scoop so far that has not had trouble with pretty hard dough. So I definitely recommend this one. It's a 1.5 tablespoon cookie scoop. Anyway, I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to check it out. So what I'm going to do is scoop it up, but it's going to be a little bit full, and that's the way you get a nice about 2 tablespoon cookie. And then I just kind of round it into a cookie with my hand like that. And because these are bigger, they're gonna spread more, so I'm only baking about 8 per sheet. So you do want to go ahead and spread those out pretty well. As we're doing these, my daughter really wanted me to apologize for not posting as much. She says, Mom, you need to apologize for not posting as much. Tell them that you went on vacation and that you've been busy with your kids, because that's the truth. So I'm gonna tell you, because she's telling me that it would be a good idea to tell everybody that. So Anyway, I do apologize. Trust me, I love filming and I love teaching cooking. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for support. So here you can see we've got, what is it, 8 cookies on here. They are gonna spread, so we're gonna put these in at 350 degrees. And because they are bigger, we're gonna cook them for a little longer. So more like 15 to 17 minutes, 14 to 16 minutes, depending how hot your oven is. Keep an eye on them, but you do wanna cook them a little bit longer. When you do take them out, the centers will be a little bit shiny because they are gonna finish cooking on the baking sheet, so you don't need to cook them fully through. All right, these are going in the oven. Got our oven mitts on. Okay, these look good. They are gigantic, and we didn't even make them as big as Laura Bush makes them, and didn't they turn out huge? Look at that. So you can make them a little bit smaller. I think I might make mine a little smaller on the next round, but let me show you this trick. See how they're kind of big? Let me show you what you can do. Grab a cup like this, and if you see any edges that are kind of wonky, if you want them more round, you bring them together just like that with your cup. And look how nice and round they look. They look like they're from a bakery. People will think that you picked these up at a bakery if you bring them somewhere. I promise, they are going to be so impressed. So while they're still warm, as soon as they come out of the oven, if you want them a little rounder, a little thicker, just bring them up with a round glass like this, and you've got your round cookies. Oh, they look so beautiful and they smell so good. My daughter has offered to come in and be a taste test. She's so thoughtful. She hasn't offered to help clean up yet, but that's okay. Okay, let's bunch in these a little bit. You can leave them flat if you want. There's really no need to do this. I just think it's fun to make them look all round and bakery style. Do one more. When they start to cool, you can't move them, so don't they look good? Now we are gonna have to let them cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, probably 10 minutes on the baking sheet, because they are gonna continue to cook and they're gonna be too soft if you try to move them right now. That's what happens with cookies that are heavy on the oats. They will be way, way too soft if you try to move them. So let them sit there and finish cooking for about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't they look great? So happy with them. Let's give them a taste test in just a minute. Elaine, you wanna try one? We're gonna try one, even though it still may be hot. Oh, soft and chocolatey.
It wasn't very clean.
Oh, it's good.
I'll take the big one.
Okay, I'll take the chocolatey side. Look how good those look. They're kind of soft. We didn't let it cool fully.
Just, see.
Oh, sorry. I'm chewing in her ear. That's my kid's biggest pet peeve right now is me chewing.
It's my favorite cookie.
It's so good, right? Chocolate, coconut, nuts, oats, so hearty. Oh yeah, I was gonna wear a cowboy hat for this one.
Fine.
Go get me one.
I'm good.
Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made these incredible cowboy cookies. I can't wait for y'all to try them. For the recipe on my website, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button and the bell button. That really supports what we're doing here, both with the cookies and sharing them with the homeless, and also keeping my website ad-free and just supporting my channel in general. So thank you so much for all of that. My goal is to give you some really easy recipes that turn out great every time, so you can build some confidence in the kitchen and feel really inspired to share good food with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours. Thank you. See you next time. I don't think so. No. No, this is lunchtime, girl.